affectionately around here call Friday Eve family get inside the ride.
Facebook family, IG family, what's up?
What's good?
We back. Well, me and him is back, and we don't know where that other light-skinned nigga is.
Where the light-skinned nigga is?
He probably at school. Well, what's up? Join us. Welcome, welcome. We are back, and today we are talking about the effeminate male. Now, those that have rocked with us before, we've done this topic before. However, we got to bring it back for the people. So what do you feel? Where do you feel that the effeminate male comes into play, and why it's becoming more of a societal norm? Also, who's at fault? Is it the mama? It's probably the mama. It's probably the mama. And I feel like it's more predominant in the black community. But I don't know.
Well, according to your former first lady, it's
Yeah. I read the article. So let us know. Also, don't mind me, as y'all always know, I'm fat as hell, so I gotta eat.
Well, let me see how that
So, yeah.
Yeah, you like that, right?
What is happening?
Yeah. I just did that. Yeah.
Where you wanna play? Yo, if you're not listening to the radio version of this right now on WZONradio.com, you are missing out on the jams. This sir he was like, you know,
I'm on some mad scientist shit right now.
Right.
I need you to check me out, see what your big brother doing.
Oh,
you know what I mean? No. Who we got? I'm gonna check on the people in a minute and see who checking in with us. Okay, here we go.
Yes. Let's see. What you got? Ooh. I wanna play. Hello, Pastor Quinn. Thank you for welcoming me back. David, you retarded with this stranger thing. We know that's you.
Right.
Miss Nita Peavy. She says she here for what up, girl?
What up?
Yes, we are silly. Hello, Mr. Dave Allen. Mr. Hall,
what's good?
Poppin'? I also got some birthday shout outs.
Okay.
To goes around.
Okay.
So we could do that at the 5 o'clock hour. Just remind me.
Did that.
But yeah, we'll definitely be talking about the effeminate male. What do you guys have to
what are your opinions on that?
Contribute to that? What are your opinions? How you feel? Are the men today let me rephrase, because I try to be a little bit correct with what I'm trying to make a point. Do you feel like boys are more effeminate? Because I don't think you could be a man and be effeminate. I don't know. Yes.
Okay, so we put that.
Oh, you lied to me. Yes. Sorry, y'all. Jamming to the music.
Hey, I try to do a little something to keep the people on the radio side to keep coming back.
Man, I'm telling you, once we could get this Facebook Live cracking with some jams.
Supposed to be getting some speakers.
It's over.
once I do that,
it's over.
You know, we could put a little bit of that. I do not own the rights. You know, all that bullshit.
Yes.
Get on here and share.
Hey, you know that I live.
Miss PB, what's good? Hey, mama, what's happening? DL. Hollow Tip, what's good? My mama say welcome back.
You wasn't listening. I spoke
okay,
to
my bad.
all them people.
There I go. I'm tripping. I'm tweaking.
I spoke to all of y'all. He was too busy with the music.
Don't you hate when you tell a place exactly what you want and then they give you exactly what you don't want?
Anybody? That goes to show I don't need to be eating this crap, but when you press for time.
It is what it is.
I specifically asked for sweet and sour, not no damn barbecue sauce.
Oh, I like this new Facebook joint.
But I'm just going to eat
multiple
it.
groups at the same goddamn time.
Say what now?
This new Facebook updated app.
That you share to.
You can share to multiple groups at the same time, so that way I ain't got to keep going in and out.
No waste of time for you, sir.
Okay. Okay, my bad. Turn that down. We doing too much right now. That dog get on my goddamn nerve. All right, and there we go. David say stop that yes shit.
He said what?
He say stop that yes shit.
Yes.
She said, it's my mouth, nigga. I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Ain't that true? I ain't an effeminate male.
What up? This nigga gonna send me an inbox talking about what's up, Devon. What's up? Like he ain't on the Facebook Live and shit.
Stop being a creepy.
Then he wonder why I be cutting his ass up.
Stop being a stalker.
You know you want to be here.
Stop being a girlfriend trying to creep
Hey,
up
we
on
got 80 y'all. We got 80 y'all on the Facebook Live. Jump in there, say something. Say what's happening.
Say hi. Say what's up. Say something. Say you like us. Say you love us. Say you hate us.
Tell us we ain't shit. Something.
There's a couple of stories that I came across too.
Okay, so what
a
happened?
feminine male. I can't wait.
Wow. Certain topics get little sister hyped up. That's right. Like, love, all that shit. You know, if you really like what's going on, as the conversation's going on, tell somebody about it. Share it. Put it on your page. If you like it, somebody else will like it. We trying to it's called the Rhythm Rackers. We trying to go some damn well.
And the reason why we came back to this topic of the effeminate man
Leonard, what's good, boy?
is due to Tyrese. And I don't know if you have seen his video of him, you know, having, you got Starbucks? Oh, wonderful.
Got a little tea.
Of having a moment, because he loves his daughter so much that he had to have a breakdown on social media.
Right.
And I don't know. We're going to talk about it though. And then there also were a couple of people I saw across my feed saying, why when a black man expresses his feelings, y'all go in on him? We about to address that too.
Okay, let's talk about that then. Sure.
We about to address that. So, yeah. Once we come back from this musical break, we about to get in.
Had some technical difficulties. Had faded the music out and the commercial wasn't playing.
Oh.
What the fuck was going on there?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know. Okay, people, that's enough of me stuffing my face.
Do this for the son real quick. Get him out the way.
Do it for the culture.
Do it for the culture. Once again, it's the Rhythm Ride with Deron, David, and Michelle pulling into a station near you, family. It's your boy Deron. Little sister Shells is back this week.
Yes.
So before we get into this topic about these dudes, do you like originality?
Yes.
Do you like affordability?
Of course.
Then you'll love the Lost and Found Boutique. Original urban gear at an affordable price. The Lost and Found Boutique. Like them on Facebook and check them out online at www.lostandfoundboutique.com. That's www.lostandfoundboutique.com. The Lost and Found Boutique. There to be different and discover what you've been missing.
Lost and found.
Yeah.
Feeling it today.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you was in good voice right there. All right. So, we talking about the effeminate male.
Yeah.
So, do we need to explain what an effeminate man is?
Yeah, for some of the people some of our new viewers, which I feel so good to
First
say.
of all, yeah, if you're new to the show and what we do, first of all, welcome to the fuckery. We get sit in around here. We keep it real.
Welcome to the truth and the logic.
We giving it to you like pure, raw, uncut heroin. You might OD fucking with us.
Right.
But it's
like
you've
seen the TV show The Real, but that's for TV. You might not like what we got to say. Sometimes people feel like the truth is
right.
You too honest.
Well,
they're scared of it. They don't want to hear
the back of my shirt say it all. The truth might kill you.
Yeah, give you a heart attack.
So, an effeminate man is basically a man who displays the actions and attitudes of a woman.
Yeah. And
for those of you all who think that this shit is not a problem in today's society, especially when it comes to our young black men, wake the fuck up, because it is definitely a problem.
And stop ignoring it and pushing it to the wayside, because it's definitely.
What's up, LaShawn? We're talking about the effeminate male in today's society, most specifically the effeminate black male.
Right. Let me give you a quick shout. Hey, Sarah, what's going on,
Queen,
girl? Thank
good?
You for checking in with us. Leonard, what's up? How you doing? David obviously is chiming in. If y'all see it say Truth and Logic with Deron, David, and Michelle, that's him.
That's him.
That's not us writing.
Right.
And what's up, Mo Queen? Thank you for calling David a creep, because I know that's who you're talking about.
Dig that.
But yes, I feel like
LaShawn say, "Oh Lord, who left the gate open?" But you've been rocking with us for about 3 weeks now, LaShawn. You know what this do.
Yeah. Thanks for coming back.
And we appreciate you for coming back
with us.
Please, again, if you like what you vibing on, share it.
Share the page. If you be like, yo, what you talking about, man? I just saw this on the show. Yeah. Let them know.
Also, keep your eyes open.
Every week.
We got some Facebook. We got some. We on Instagram. Instagram, what's good, people?
IG Live. Whoever's up on there. I see somebody, but I can't really see because it's so far.
We got.
I'll shout you out.
We got some. Right, exactly. We got some YouTube shit coming up in the next few weeks.
Yes.
So I mean, we getting out there. We putting our feet in the water. We gonna jump in the deep end on y'all ass. So we gonna take this again. It's called the Rhythm Ride for a reason, family, because we going somewhere.
And I've been knowing how to swim since 11 years old.
There it is.
So
I was in the Navy. That don't really mean shit though. But
I mean, you should know how to swim now. Something.
Negative. So,
at least know how to float.
That's the reason why I can't swim. But that's a whole nother show. As long as I'm moving, I'm good. The minute a nigga stop, I sink like a rock.
Happy Veterans Day.
Thank you very
Since
much.
I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my veterans.
Nikita, what's happening? Grab your popcorn. It's about to get real.
Right. So I know a lot of you have seen.
And yes, LaShawn, we did briefly talk about it last week.
Right. Now that we have broke down what the effeminate male is, I know most of you have seen this breakdown from Tyrese Gibson. Y'all should know who he is. He had a lot of good hits back in the 90s. We first saw him
early
on
2000.
the Coca. Early 2000?
90s, early 2000. He was still hot.
He was still hot. When you first saw him on the Coca-Cola commercial, singing with the headphones, all that good stuff. And you know, he has some really good hits. It wasn't until recently, in these teens of the 2000s, 2000s that he really started coming to the forefront with his opinions. He's had a lot to say about women, and
good and bad.
Right, good and bad. And recently, there's been something going on with him not being able to see his daughter due to a situation he had with the baby mother. Supposedly, he put hands on her. I'm guessing, and this is why the daughter is not being with him or can't be with him or custody or something to this notion.
Okay, so it ain't just that she just keeping the daughter away. There's a reason behind it.
From some of the articles and stuff that I've read, yeah, it's due to legal reasons, and they trying to keep the little girl away from him, stuff like that.
Okay.
So he's making this big deal out of it and saying, well, I want to be around my daughter. I want to see my daughter. They're keeping my daughter away from me. All to a point where he decides to go on social media because, nowadays, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat is where you pretty much put your diary if that's the type of stuff you do. Now, mind you, it's some stuff, me personally, that I post. Lately, I've mostly been doing I got a little show segment I do on Snapchat. If you haven't seen it because you're not on it.
I ain't on Snapchat.
But I do Shell's single adventures because I like to talk about the shit that happens to me when it comes to these dudes out here.
No shit.
But hopefully my people are very entertained by that.
You gonna fuck around and make me get Snapchat.
Just to see me act a fool. But, and also one of my homegirls told me that she was like, we should really talk about this and do a show. I'm like, girl, I'm already on a show, but I don't mind. We can expand.
She can guess on the show.
Yeah.
We have a fourth mic.
That's true. But he pretty much went on, I think, Instagram and decided to cry in front of millions of people that follow him and subscribe to his page and saying, excuse me, I'm not at burps right now. And saying...
Might have something to do with that sparkling water.
It might be, hey, don't come for me. And saying, what do people want from me? And his crying. And it didn't even look like a real cry. It looked like this man was just looking for attention.
Well, the nigga is an actor.
I just want my daughter. I just love her. Blah, 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 blah. Now, I see a lot of men out here that preferably... that have kids that say, why are you attacking this black man? You want black men to show their emotions, but when they show their emotion, you're attacking them. And I kind of agree with that, but I also don't agree with that. The reason why I don't agree with that is because first of all, what woman are you talking about? Mm-hmm. Are you talking about the real black woman that got your back, or are you talking about the ones... that ain't about shit, ain't doing shit, want to keep their kid from you because they still in love with you and they can't handle their feelings type shit, so they want to put you down and want to keep your kid away from you because he don't want to be with you type female? Or are you talking about the female that always represents and always are there for black men, but sometimes it's not? I mean, there's a fight between both. Some black men are not all for black women. Right. And some black women are not all for black men. It's always a struggle and a tug between the two, which is an issue within itself. But back to the point. Why you on Instagram crying, my dude? Why you not talking to a close friend, a close family member, or trying to have at least possibly some sort of
Leo, I see you
grown up manly conversation with the woman that is the mother of your child. Possibly, if that's even a possibility.
You're right.
I don't know if it's a restraining order. Does anybody know that information? I'm not particularly sure. But he hasn't seen his daughter. Then, why did I come across an article of him doing all this crying and everything?
The nigga break, you talking about the one where he broke out twerking?
Ooh, no. Please say that when I'm finished. Recently, it was supposed to be him a weekend where he was supposed to see his daughter, mandated by the court. The baby mama had nothing to do with that because she couldn't stop it, she couldn't prevent it. And this nigga went overseas somewhere.
In Dubai, celebrating his birthday.
So you mean celebrating your birthday in Dubai? I don't give a hell if you had previous plans, all this crying and all this bullshit you done did, and the weekend you was supposed to spend with your daughter your birthday in Dubai was more important?
Well, you know, that $5,000 was already spent.
So $5,000 for a birthday in Dubai was more important than your daughter that you obviously went online and cried like a biatch.
First of all, I can't go to Dubai just on GP, so I can't even comment on this Negro's lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Just decide for my birthday I'm gonna go to Dubai. Whatever.
And then what is this supposed rumor about him getting money from Will and Jada?
Okay, that was a lie.
Yeah, who made up this fuckery?
Well,
is this some media takeout bullshit?
I don't know. They say he put up a video of it. I saw what was allegedly a Snapchat of an Instagram post where he was like, thank God for Will and Jada. They gave me $5 million. There's still some good people out there. Blah 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 blah. And then Will and Jada came out, was like, yeah, we don't know what this dude talking about, but we are concerned about him.
Right.
So I mean, you know, it is what it is. My problem is not about a black man wanting to see his daughter, because there are a lot of men who are ostracized and kept away from their children by spiteful women.
True.
That's not the issue.
True.
My issue is, and this speaks to the topic of the effeminate male. See, here's the thing. Social media, to me, and those of you all, okay, first of all, let me just preface this by saying that I do what I do on Mondays for entertainment purposes and to get you all's attention.
But, Petty Mondays, right, if y'all don't know what that is.
So, Mondays, but social media primarily, when people get on social media beefing, bitching and moaning and griping and complaining,
right,
to me, that's kind of female-ish. You know what I'm saying? That's like a woman's trait. So, when women do it, I just look at it as entertainment. It's kind of funny. When I see dudes doing it, it immediately comes to my mind, this dude's a bitch. Right? Yeah. So my problem was you had an issue and you took it to social media.
Right.
My problem is that, like you say, you didn't confide in a close friend, family member, or seek legal help. Because he was even on the video like, I don't know, am I breaking the law?
Right.
Okay, that's a question for a fucking attorney, not niggas on Instagram.
That's just like one of my favorite friends was like, why y'all women, or why y'all gotta come for a black man when he shows his emotion, blah blah blah. That's not the point. First of all,
ain't nothing wrong with a black man.
If you gonna show that type of emotion, if you gonna be soft for anybody, do that with close friends, close family members. Your girl, your wife, he's married. I forget that. Because we haven't even heard from her.
Or how about this? How about you let us see you walking out the fucking courtroom with some tears coming down your eye because you that torn by what's going on. Exactly. Not on Instagram walking around your crib that none of us can afford and you complaining about your child support order as if we should give a fuck or our heart should go out to you.
I just feel like dude, you would do better with moving in silence than you do moving in ruckus, because you making it. I feel like he's made it worse on himself.
Yeah.
To just be out there like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? Dude,
that was real.
I think you need to go to church. You need a prayer or something.
If you're scared, go to church. No,
right. Yeah. Right. Pastor Quinn, you need to pray for me. But. Yeah, I just don't why? Why? And is it today's norm? Also, do we feel like, who's at fault? Who do you feel is at fault for the effeminate male now in 2017? Well, since when do you think this started?
I agree with the former First Lady.
With the former First Lady? Michelle
I agree with Michelle. We on first name basis. We gonna get to be on first name basis.
We gonna get
I speak that into the end of being. We gonna get to be on. I'm like Michelle. I agree with everything you
speak
just
that
said.
into existence.
Yeah, I do. I'm like Barack. What's good, fam?
So I'm gonna just read a couple of the things from some of our Facebook chiming people. Nikita Harris said, "Grabs popcorn and holy water." Yes, girl. That's funny.
She tell me every Monday I need Jesus.
Oh man, Miss LaShawn said, "Remember when I talked about them charging only black men as adults, putting them in adult prison
last week?"
Yes.
Yeah, she
definitely. She said Tyrese talk too much. Yes, he does.
Too damn much.
Leo said, "Keep up the good work, bro." And LaShawn said Tyrese needs help. Something is definitely wrong with that. Yeah. Also, I don't know. How do we feel about it always being? Well, maybe he has a mental health issue. Do you think he has a mental health issue, or he just being?
Well, put it like this: Tyrese's been in the entertainment game because it's more than just music for over 20 years. Mm-hmm. You figure in 20 years we'd figure out he was crazy before now.
And what man blames another man that has nothing to do with your daughter and your
talking about The Rock?
Yeah, The Rock. The Rock is minding his business. The Rock is with his girl and his daughter, and he ain't up here crying on the damn social media. What is your problem? From what I can tell, that is.
Well, put it like this: that we know of. If he is, he keeps all his shit very close to the vest.
Exactly.
Which is what a man's supposed to do. All out here in public, acting like a bitch. Can we go back to the 80s? You know what I'm saying? When entertainers, we didn't know what the fuck was going on with them, and when we found out, we was like, what? Now everybody's business just industry.
Yeah.
Can we go back to when New Edition was famous? They still famous, but when they was, you know what I'm saying? when we were
New Edition fan,
man, you know what I'm saying? Troop, you know that's why Unsung is so popular because you can't watch this episode of Unsung talking about what the fuck, what really? Man, they was wilding out, you know.
Right.
You can't watch that one. Can we go back to that? Because social media is like, gee whiz.
I mean, but it's out there. It's out there. The first thing that you see when you open up your Facebook, the first thing you could put, besides the stuff at the top, besides the story, what's on your mind?
And too many of y'all are telling us. Because we really don't give a fuck. They sell
diaries no more with the little locket and stuff.
Let me just tell you, we don't give a damn that you at the store. We could care less about who in your inbox. I could care less. That's why I be blasting on Mondays because all this shit be on my mind.
Yeah, I'm surprised you ain't been back in Facebook jail. I guess the hater that you had,
they're gone.
They're gone.
They're gone.
But
but don't worry, I'm pretty sure I can get another one or two.
Man, I'm telling you. So I really don't understand.
So
what's going on with that? So
you want to talk about where the possible origins of this shit?
Yeah, where do you think? I mean, I have an idea.
Okay, first of all, effeminate male. You know what?
Do we want to go? Well,
we're gonna pull the ride. We're gonna pull the ride away from the station. We're gonna get back into some of the music. We're gonna continue the conversation on Facebook Live and IG. And when we come back, we'll talk about the origins of where I believe the shit started because it's systemic and it is a problem. And I believe that if we don't wake up and address the issue, it's only gonna get worse. So it's Jerron and Michelle. David is in absention. Actually, he's on the Facebook Live page.
He everywhere.
You know, it's the Rhythm Ride, and we right here on WZON Radio, your new choice for radio, where anything can happen, family.
What? Hey.
What?
So yes, Facebook. Oh man.
So give you a brief what I'm gonna talk about when it come back. It's because I believe it's a separation thing. It's a divide and conquer thing because nothing. Okay, if you think about it, anytime we come together, there's a problem, right? Asians can come together, that's not an issue. Hispanics can come together, that's not an issue. We already know the Jewish community come together, that's not an issue.
Man, they just be,
you know what I'm saying? When something happens and they want to Cinco de Mayo, nobody says, hey man, you know, because that's basically celebration of the Mexican-American War, right?
Right.
So nobody ever says, man, let that shit go. Nobody ever says that. When things come up, but anytime black people, if we mention slavery, what you talking about that for? If we mention civil rights, what you talking about that for? You know, so anytime we say shit and bring things up, so the best way for that to happen is you take away the head, which is the male, and the male within a minority. 13%, the male is a minority because of the 13%, ain't but 6% are men. So if you take those numbers and dwindle them down and say, okay, well, we gonna make you half a faggot. No offense to if you gay. I mean, if you're homosexual, whatever. But we gonna take your masculine traits and we gonna dilute them.
Right.
It started with the civil rights movement, you know, and the best way to divide and conquer that was to give you all something else to focus on. So in the heart of the civil rights movement, they said, hey, well, you know what? Women need equal rights. What they should have said was white women need equal rights because black women was cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, granddad bought the check home to grandmama. She paid the bills and told this nigga, here's your lunch money. Right. You know what I'm saying? We took all that away. Women and the black women ran with it. So part of it is y'all fault. Black women ran with it. Like, yeah, we need our equal rights. You ain't gonna just tell us everything, tell us what to do. We ain't been telling you niggas.
And as David would say, if you want equal rights, you're gonna have to get equal lefts.
And so you got into the middle of that movement, divided it, and then boom. So what did you do? Then you took the man out of the home. Right. Fuck you mean you gonna have a strong male role model in the house? Notice I say strong male role model because you don't even need to be a father to be a strong male role model. But right. You took away the strong male role model, starting with the father. Right. And you got cats that don't even know who the fuck their daddy is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so who's raising them? Their mother, their grandmother, their aunts. Right. You know, and so they taking on traits. We see it all the time. Right. Men don't argue. We have a disagreement. Right. Women disagree, and they gonna get that last word in. Right. Right. Now, what do you see? Men that want to argue like women.
That makes no sense to me. Oh my God. To me, I don't know.
LaShawn said, then mothers turn them into their homegirls. You right.
Ain't that the truth?
Some of them are born that way.
My baby, my boo-boo, the man of the house. You see the pictures of...
Sasha, what's good? I see you.
You see the pictures of mama and the little boy, and they got on the same damn outfit. And they're going out to take pictures. Like, what are you doing?
Ridiculous. How are you raising this little dude to... like, what grown... And then they carry that shit into adulthood. Right. What grown man walks around matching his woman? You ever seen motherfuckers walking down the street and they got on matching sweatsuits and shit? I stopped doing that shit when I was 16. Fuck is you 47 still matching your woman? Come on now. Fall back.
Good out here.
Me and my wife match. It's on accident.
Y'all be in there planning no shit out like.
You know what I'm saying?
So what you gonna do is wear the blue dress. I'm gonna wear the blue suit jacket.
Now you gonna wear the blue dress. I'm gonna rock the black pants with the blue shirt. You dig? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What up, Auntie Dane?
Hey, Auntie. So you gonna wear the denim outfit,
right?
And I'm gonna rock the denim with pow.
So I mean, basically, we gotta make up our mind that we gonna take the community back, starting with, and too many women don't require these males to be men, because just because you got a dick don't make you a man.
Say it again for the people that didn't hear you in the back.
And we're going to say it when we come back off air too. Just because you got a dick don't make you a man.
True.
You know?
I also want to go along with that, even to go back even further. You said, why you got to bring up slavery? Back in slavery, when the masters were pretty much emasculating the black male slaves by having sex with them. Yeah. If you didn't know that.
Or sodomizing them. If they didn't physically penetrate them, they sodomized them.
So not only did they emasculate them or sodomize them, along with raping the black women, it's just they just messed up the whole shit. So what we need to do is come back.
What you disagreeing with, Sasha?
She disagree?
No, it's a he. It's rap. What you disagreeing with, fam? Cause I just kicked some straight knowledge. So every now and then I hold my own.
I think we both did, and I'm not speaking a lie unless it's something you know that we don't. Right. Let us know. Exactly. This is what the chime in is for, Don.
LaShawn said, I just said that look exactly.
Let us know what it is.
I mean, but I encourage you. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Let me know.
See, the thing about us is we're not too much a part of today's mentality.
Mainstream media, that ain't what we do.
Where we like, well, if you don't agree with us, then fuck you then. No, we like disagree with us, but come with what your reason is. Don't just disagree just to be like, I don't like what you said because I don't like it. What's your reason behind it? That's like saying, why did you vote for Barack Obama? Because he's black. And what else? Do you actually know what his policies were? Do you know what, he stood for? Anything of that nature? For an example.
Brad said they may coordinate colors but not fits. Okay, I got you.
Nothing wrong with that.
I got
Nothing wrong. And why would you coordinate an outfit? Have you not seen them videos or pictures?
Miller, what's up? I appreciate you for tuning in last week. The little top rap top and worst rappers that me and my son did. Good looking out on you, man. He said, "What's up, boss man, boss lady?"
Mumbles.
Oh, but okay, so check it out. My son schooled me on some shit.
Okay.
Right? Maybe we got to lay off these dudes because we calling them garbage ass rappers. They don't even consider themselves rappers. They consider themselves like rock stars. So either we need to put them in that rock category or give them a genre unto their own. But they don't consider themselves rappers. So why should we? Because they definitely ain't rapping what they doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh, also shout out to my aunties and my pop. Thank you for watching the show. They in the VA right now with my grandfather. Shout out to him. So
nah, Fred, it ain't no major disagreement. It's real good though. It's kind of funny though. But
I may coordinate colors, but not him.
Right.
Nobody is dissing your style. What we saying is,
because I seen you get real fly, Fred. I'm not gonna do it.
If that's what you do and y'all both look good, more power to you. Is not saying that that's denouncing your manhood, because if you
that ain't really got nothing to do with it. I mean, but
I know you seen them pictures we talked about the last time. No, it was the switch it up challenge or something where the dudes was wearing their girl outfits and the girls was wearing their dude outfits.
See, the fact it was just certain things that when we was growing up we wasn't gonna do, man. Like these dudes is out of order.
I'm just waiting for whatever the next bullshit challenge
this shit is out of order. You know, the Rhythm Ride with Deron David and Michelle. We're pulling back into the station.
Right.
And we back on this effeminate male, you dig. So like
somebody put an angry face on our thing.
Hey. As long as they acknowledging that we here. That's all. Who mad though? I mean, speak up. But
I don't want to speak up.
Right. No, I mean we ain't coming for you unless you come for us, and then all bets is off. But as we talk about the effeminate male, while we were in the music break, what Michelle and I were discussing with the Facebook and IG Live family is that basically it's systemic. Effemination of the male is something that is used for division. When you don't have a strong head, the body becomes weak. Think about how you feel when you got a head cold, a migraine, or something like that. You can't function, and that's no different from from your household. You can't function. And notice, I'm not saying that you need a strong father, although that would be biblical and that would be correct. But black men, black boys need positive black male role models, and when they don't have them, when they're absent, the problem grows and it manifests like a virus would. So, and it goes way back to like you pointed out, slavery. Right. The black man has been broken for a long time. One of the ways that slave masters got us to capitulate and do what they wanted us to do was they would have sex with the male slaves, right, or sodomize them, or both. Then you remove the black man from the household with the I ain't gonna say invention, but with the creation and formation of Section 8 and welfare, and you tell black women, you can have this money, you can have these benefits, but this dude can't be here. And before we get started, people say shit like, well, white men are deadbeats at a higher rate than black men are. White women are on welfare at a higher rate than black women are. Okay, here's what I say to that. First of all, I don't give a fuck about white men and white women because I've never been one. I'm a black man. That's number one. Number two, numerically, it only makes sense that they're that they do those things at a higher rate than we do because there are more of them than we are.
Right.
You know, so
stop trying to put the focus on people that already have the power. We don't have the power.
All I want black people to do is focus on black people, and then we can become because there's a reason. There is a reason why that they focus on us so bad because once we figure out who we are as a people, then we become dangerous.
Right.
Now, see, the problem is they know that, but we don't know that. Not enough of us know that.
Knowledge is power.
Right. So we gotta get positive black male role models back into the fold. Now, how do you do that? First of all, women. Stop dealing with these clown ass dudes. You know, stop dealing with this with this nigga that's a Madden champ, as David would call it. Well, let me tell you something.
I mean, you get what you tolerate.
What's your girl? The comedian that she gonna be here tomorrow.
Who is that?
The one just got divorced. Big girl. Like
Monique.
Monique said it best. You don't date nobody's bank account, but it kind of helps. Like I used to have a Mercedes. Well, nigga, call me when you get another one. You know what I'm saying? You know. So like if a dude ain't doing nothing but selling you pipe dreams, guess what? He done sold them to somebody else, and they finally woke up and got tired of the dreams, and now he's selling them to you. Stop dealing with them kind of clowns. Stop. Look, life is not an urban novel. You know, we read too much of that shit and then want that to be our reality. Oh, in the book he was taking 50 Shades of Grey, got all these women talking about, ooh, I want that kind of man, please. Some of y'all struggle with having sex in 3 different positions. Get the fuck out of here.
Whoa. Well,
you know, I'm so
I can't. That just caught me all off guard just now.
I mean, you know, stop living your life based on
fantasy.
What a book or a movie's telling you is hot.
Which is fiction.
You know, I'm like, if a dude don't have a job with benefits, you know, and you all aren't talking about building something together,
right?
And this go for the dudes too. Stop dealing with them garbage ass females. You know, if y'all can't build something together, then you can do it by yourself. You might as well just kick it by yourself till you find somebody that you can build with.
Right.
See, too many women are willing to try to, as your girl K. Michelle says, you can't raise no man. Too many of y'all are trying to. Let me tell you something, ladies. When you get of a certain age, and I'm not going to say what that age should be because everybody is different. Everybody matures at a different rate. But when you get of a certain age, the only thing you should be changing is the diaper on a baby. You shouldn't be trying to change no man. Okay? Because if he's a man, he's already got his shit together. You know? So I'm perfect. Let me get off my soapbox. Let me let little sister do her thing.
Look, not saying that I'm perfect, but dang it.
All right, Deshaun, we appreciate you for tuning in, baby.
But to go along with what you're saying about women creating the issue of men being more effeminate and not holding them accountable for certain shit that they do, I came across an article. And the article says, Black women create the men they complain about. This was something back in March 2017, but I feel like it's relevant. So the article says, Black women have been complaining about the quality of black men for at least the last 40 years. Maybe longer, but I wasn't paying attention when I was a preteen. Black women have called black men every name in the book, even going on national media to air their grievances. What's not talked about is how these men got that way. Why I take that back. The sorry state of black men is always put at the feet of other black men. There is some truth there, but in a community where there is an epidemic of single mothers, the blame has to spread to both sides. Indeed, with the state of the community, I would say women play a more significant part in why things are jacked up. The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. I kind of like that saying right there. Black women are raising the very men they come to dislike. There was an old saying back in the day. It was said black women raise their daughters and love their sons. How do you feel about that statement? Have you heard that before?
Michelle, because we on first name basis, Michelle said that. The other Michelle.
Oh.
Former First Lady Michelle.
I'm like, what Michelle? I'm sitting right here.
Michelle said that. But I agree with that because as a whole, as a society, I've sat back and watched women demand damn near perfection from their daughters.
Right.
And give their sons passes on bullshit. And it's like, and my thing is this, you can't be light or easy on a male. Because number one, it doesn't prepare them for life.
True.
Life is hard. So if you
think that's why a lot of them, well, yeah, I would say a lot from what I've experienced, a lot of them try to, or when they get into a situation, a relationship, there's something about it where they just want their woman to treat them like they mama. I think
indirectly, yeah, because
they don't want to, like but they want
to. Right, exactly. I put it to you like this. If your mother's always giving you an allowance to fuck up, when you meet a woman who demands that you stand up, then she becomes too much for you. Right?
Can you repeat it again?
You want to hear that one more again?
Can you repeat it again?
When you've been given an allowance from your mother to fuck up,
right,
and you meet a woman who demands that you stand up, she becomes too much for you. Because you never experienced that. True. It's just like if you've never eaten a hamburger and I tell you how good a hamburger is, that don't mean shit to you because you've never tasted it.
Right.
Right? So if I demand perfection out of you, that's foreign to you because you've never had to deal with that.
Right.
See, that's one thing, whether my boys appreciate it or not, I've always needled them to be better than, to be, you, and I'm a little bit narcissistic because I believe in order to be better than, you have to think that you're better than people. You don't have to necessarily voice it. Right. But I tell my kids all the time, you don't need to be doing X, Y, Z because you're better than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they need to hear shit like that. And too many of our young black men and young black women have not heard, well, a lot of our black women have heard that. You know, you're great, you can be whatever you want to be. You don't, and anytime a dude fuck up, that's the first thing your girlfriend, auntie, uncle, mother, whatever, they say, girl, you don't have to put up that shit. Fuck him. Put on
this is true.
You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing they willing to say. You know what I'm saying? But with the dudes, you know, we may say the fuck you part, but not, they are never told, well, man, when a woman is fucking up, you don't never hear a dude, especially another dude, tell you, say, man, you better than that shit, man. You gotta put up this shit. But they gonna get straight to the fuck you part. Man, fuck her, man. They're gonna go straight to that part. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's and it goes deeper than that. It goes much deeper than that. Right. You know, because, and yeah, we got like another hour and 10 minutes. So yeah, we can go deeper. You know, because sometimes time get away from me. I'll be looking up. I'm like, damn, it's 5:30.
I'm looking at the time.
You know, so. But I mean, it goes deeper than that because too many, like Michelle Obama said, you spend too much time raising our daughters, and we neglect our boys. Right. And they are suffering because of that, and because of that, the community is suffering. Right. You know, it's a cycle and it's systemic, and we have to heal that. But too many people are willing to just throw them away. You know, I mean, when you got a 40-something, 50-year-old man who's still dependent on his mama, there's a problem.
That is a serious problem.
And I'm talking from personal experience.
Oh my God.
I've seen this.
Where have you seen this?
This nigga's not a unicorn. He exists.
Wow.
You know, I'm just going to say it like that. Anybody in the family who's listening, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. And he's not related to us by blood. Let me just say that.
Oh my God. For me personally, I just cannot be a woman who is taking care of a grown ass. I can't do it.
I mean, you know what?
I don't want to do it.
And unfortunately, you're a minority. Because a lot of women, come to find out, want a man so bad, they'll do it. And
I can definitely say this in previous relationships. I have done certain things for my man at the time. And it shouldn't even, and some of those things I shouldn't even been doing. Mm-hmm. But I ain't know no better. Like I say, I always think that I'm not perfect, but I have learned from the situation. I have grown from it, and now I know what I want, what I should be doing, and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm not taking care of you. I'm sorry.
Right. I mean, if
you want to be a man, isn't it noted that men are supposed to be the providers, protectors, blah blah blah? But yeah, I can't. Ooh, what you do, girl? Yeah, I do so and so.
Thank you, Sasha. Sometimes I go into a zone, bro.
Oh, I do so and so. Oh, for real? Yeah. Yeah. When you gonna take me out to eat? Say what now? Say what now? Me take you out to eat? First of all, I ain't even offer. We ain't even get to that point.
No, hold on a second. It's a dude say, I thought I was the only Duran out there. No, Duran Sims, it is I.
Shout out. He said I thought it was the only Duran.
Right.
He exists.
Right.
Here on The Truth and Logic. But, yeah.
Did I throw you off a little bit? I'm sorry.
Just a tiny bit. Yeah, so I feel like some of these effeminate males are due to these women, some women treating, and we're noting more so black families, they are treating the males like, oh, my baby, I love him, he can do no wrong in my eyes. And then when it comes to the girl, you better get shit together. You better do this. You better have this. Because ain't no nigga. Well, ain't no nigga gonna do such, but you over here teaching my brother such. I'm very confused.
Right.
So, I just wanted, because I glanced at another part of this article. It says these men usually evolve into men who end up being taken care of by women. Some of these men end up being gigolos or exotic dancers who make money catering to women. The problem with these men is that when a woman needs them to be a man, these men are not able to step up.
Well, unfortunately, there's a little bit of truth to that. You know, because you can't ask somebody to do something that they've never been required to do. Wow. If I put you on the airplane hang and I say I need you to fix that airplane, can you do it? Because you've never been required to do it, right? Right. So you asking a dude to step up and do something that he's never been required to do. Wow. You know, and that's to be a man. And you figure that's something that would come natural. True. Because being a man would be natural. It happens. Right. No, that's something that you have to be groomed and led to do. Right. Preferably by a man, but I mean, you know, and that's why I say positive male figure, because unfortunately there are a lot of men who are growing up in houses where there are no fathers. But you can have father figures, uncles, dude on the block that go to work every day and has his shit together. Maybe he can impart, you know, some of his life lessons and wisdom into you. See, and that's another problem. As men, we look at the youth and we say, well, shit, that ain't my son. Yeah. You know what? Maybe he ain't your son, but and here's the thing. If you got sons to raise, do not neglect shit that you need to impart in them. However, if you are childless and you have something to give, I would behoove you. It would behoove you to give back, because this rests on your shoulders. That's true. You know what I'm saying? We don't give back. As men, we don't give back. You talk to black men about giving back and providing charity and what have you, and it's like 1% that give back. That's fucking ridiculous. That's true. I don't know. I keep jumping on that soapbox. My bad.
It's okay. You could jump on that soapbox. But I feel like with our conversation too, with this topic of effeminate male, it affects me personally. And I say personally because what the hell?
Because your dating pool is diluted.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. So it's just like, what the hell is going on?
So look, we're gonna pull the ride away from the station, get back into the music, and when we come back, we'll be on the other side of the top of the hour. We're gonna get a birthday shout outs, and I believe we're gonna have a guest sitting in because somebody has texted me and let me know that he had some shit on his mind that he wanted to share.
We got a guest.
The Rhythm Ride with Deron David and Michelle.
Say
right
what?
here on WZON Radio, your new choice for radio. Keep it locked, family.
Word.
That nigga in there.
Come, sit in.
Right.
Sorry, people. I feel like I've been, but I love these though. They're so good. And plus, since we had the beverage tax, I am not paying for nothing that got.
Well, come the 1st of December, you good.
Is it going away?
Yeah, they voted for Isaiah.
But but are our jobs going away?
Well, you know, three of the directors already. Well, 3 that I know of already. They beat their feet today.
Interesting.
My heart don't bleed for them.
Wow. I might have a thing for the people.
Poem? A little bit of poetry?
I might have a little you dig for the people today.
Testing 1, 2, testing. It should be up when I unlock it. This nigga over there texting me. I get on the second hour. Y'all tripping.
We tripping.
We tweaking a little bit, y'all.
Matter of fact, let me get you
first hour.
Let me get the first
y'all.
video cracking over here.
You made a couple of other points. I'll give you that at the end.
I make very good points.
I was a little disappointed with both of y'all at the beginning, but you came around, you brought some logic to the, to the actual show. You put the logic and truth in logic today. I'll give you that.
I put some logic in it last week too.
a little bit. I'll give you that.
This is our guest here.
How y'all doing?
For those of y'all who tuned in last week, we got the young gunner back. My son is there.
Same old. Coming on here, gonna do what I do.
And he feel like he gotta say his point.
He feeling some kind of way, as the kids say.
Things was a little misconstrued. It wasn't the way it was supposed to be seen, and I'm gonna come with some insight on my perspective.
Okay.
I didn't like what I was hearing.
Is he? Are you the one that did the angry face?
No, it's him. Oh, that was him.
It's like what? No.
Forever, won't you? Yeah. Come on over to my bed.
Plus, I want to share this video. Hold on. I'm probably gonna share it after the show. I'm gonna show it to you now since we
okay,
on a break.
Dr. Dorwell did a great job. This is my big brother Josh, my little brother Demetrius, and we both drive trucks for a living. I decided to get my eye color changed because I got tired of wearing contacts, and I've seen great color in my eye before by way of contacts, but so they just irritate my eyes. I just wanted something more natural looking as well. I changed my eye color because I wanted a lighter color eye myself, and I just wanted a color that gets more people's attention. I love my brown eyes, but I did get bored. It's a fashion, so we thought that
I'm telling you.
an extra kick, an extra pop.
Did he just say I get bored with my eye color?
Color eyes are just like, I love different color eyes. And then maybe I don't
You can't get shit out of me.
I
I can't deal with these dudes.
I
man.
told you. People, I'm gonna post the video when we done with the show, but what in the world? So even though I know you want to view your point, what do you feel like?
You don't think effemination is a problem in today's society,
Right.
black men?
It is, but the way it's viewed and like how it came about is viewed wrong. Like y'all not looking at it from the right perspective.
Yeah.
It is a real big problem in today's society because a lot of guys nowadays,
They soft as hell.
it's
They
a
like
real
they-
thin line. It's a real thin line between being gay and just being an average dude nowadays, like a Lil Uzi fan or whatever. I don't really know what to call it, but nah.
I had to ask him last week, is this a real dude?
Yeah, Uzi Bird.
Yeah.
You seen him right?
I feel old in the motherfucker.
You saw a picture of him?
I I mean, everyone can talk about Lil Uzi, but y'all forget about people like Ron Isaac, who y'all was a big fan of growing up.
But see, you know the difference between them and like y'all cat the little Uzis and shit. They wore that shit in photo shoots and on stage. They wasn't walking. But they wasn't walking down the street.
You don't know where Lil Uzi's at when he wearing these things. All you see is a picture of him wearing it. You don't know where he wearing it at. Y'all know he just wearing it. Ain't no difference.
That's what we gonna go with.
I don't know.
Ain't no difference.
Look, I'm like, I don't know.
And that's what we gonna go with. Please to me.
I don't know. I mean, but hey, you had people like Prince and
with his ass out.
Drummond, but he had women though.
Yeah.
Even though I think he was wearing that shit every day.
I'm pretty sure.
Nikita, we're gonna make sure that they mentally well. Quit throwing your shade.
I'm just confused though now because back in the day it was baggy pants, jeans, blah blah blah. Now it's like skinny ass jeans.
Back in the day, they was wearing clothes that were 3 sizes too big. Now they wearing them 2 sizes.
That's not back in the day. That's back in the 90s. That's back in the 90s. That's not back in the day because back in like the 70s now y'all was wearing tight clothes, colorful clothes, disco and stuff. Back in the 70s y'all was doing all that other stuff. So I don't want to hear about back in the day. That was back in the 90s. We're going to be specific.
Well, I'm going to go to what I remember. Back in the 90s. Now, if you want to go back into disco, that's up to you.
That's not back in the day. That's back when we was born. I was
born in the 70s and I was born in the 80s.
I was born in the 90s. So, like, I don't make a difference. This is my generation. We was born in that time.
They the result of
y'all. Of y'all.
Lord.
Yeah.
Although me and his mama never did crack. Some of his friends' parents, I'm not so sure.
I can't. This is about to be extremely entertaining.
Hey, it's about to be what it is. Time to pay the rent again. Getting to get older and I'm starting to be a bother. Moms can't stand me because I'm looking like my father. Should I stay or run away? Tell me the answer.
Hey.
This song speaks to exactly what's going on.
Yeah, this song is exactly what I'm going to talk about. Exactly the alley that I'm about to. You broke the door open, so I'm about to keep walking on.
Walk on in it.
I'm doing me.
I know how to put people out of my house. I done did it before.
Oh my God.
Literally.
Miss Nikita Harris said, I raised my son. I won't raise a grown man.
You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to.
And your mama said, I raised and love my sons. That is obvious.
We know this.
And she said, hey, G-son. G-son.
That's the time right now.
This is not the time right now.
It's not the time.
Say, not here. Not in
It's not the time because he's about to go in. He is about to go in.
I can't be G-son right now. I got to be out there. Just let me be me.
Okay. Now, I do get your point of generational factors. We all have our fashion changes.
Now, Real got a good point.
What the cuz say?
He said that's what made it subconsciously cool. Your Earth, Wind, and Fire, Sly and the Family Stone, Prince, even as a close to Grandmaster, I think he's trying to say Flash. They was dressed funny.
That's what I say to you, man. You a real thinker. We're not going off opinions, you know.
Real like
facts.
21, 22.
That's my cousin.
I'm saying.
See, a couple of years younger. Maybe 3.
He in his 20s though.
Yeah, late 20s.
They on the same street.
Not really. I mean, that's called common sense. Like, if the shoe fit, you gotta put them on, right? Gotta put them on.
So sorry, baby.
They dress funny.
Right. They kind of did, but I mean, maybe that on stage, because like I said, look, man, we love.
Kanye West started dressing funny too.
he started that skinny jeans shit. Cause I remember when he first broke that shit out on BET, it was like some red skinny jeans. Like,
which is kind of funny because when he
Him
first
and Lil
came
Wayne.
out, it was all polos, back jeans, and then he's probably the most, I guess you would say, effeminate thing he had was a bag.
Okay, real 29. So yeah, it's an
bag.
8-year difference.
But
They almost a decade apart.
That's
So maybe
what I'm
they
saying.
not that close.
I'm sorry, cuz I don't know how old you are.
It's alright. once we get to a certain age, man, my father still asks me every year for my birthday, how old are you? That's my dad. You know what I mean?
How old are you now?
How old are you now? I'm like, nigga, 22 years younger than you. How about that?
I don't know, but we gotta see. So, do you agree with the article I read?
Well, I didn't get that far too. I don't think I read.
Do you agree
Okay.
with the fact that too much time is spent raising daughters and that males are somewhat neglected in today's society?
No.
Nah. Okay, folks, speak on it. Well,
You don't think so? Lies.
It depends on what we look like.
I feel that's lies.
Man, we all entitled to those feelings.
That's true.
Can't get mad at it. Wait for this commercial. I'm gonna break it all down.
Black women are fond of saying your mama black.
They are. Especially when you pull
we
back.
back. It's the Rhythm Ride with Deron, David, and Michelle. We're coming back at you with the effeminate male. As we stated earlier, Deron and Michelle's here.
Right.
What we have here is a guest. Those of you all who
Right.
chimed in on the show last week saw the young gunner, my youngest son, Isaiah, chiming in. Well, he had some shit he wanted to get off his mind today
True.
as he was listening to the show. So we queued up a third mic, gave him some headphones, and let him sit down and say what's on his mind. Isaiah, you said that you had some issue with some of the things that was said during the first hour. Speak on it.
Okay, first things
Say
first.
your piece.
The article that was mentioned about how black women are being raised more than black men or something like that, it's not true. It's about who's raising these kids. Like, okay, there in most houses there is an absence of black fathers. There's an absence of black male role models, period. So a black woman raising a black male, you can teach somebody something, but they're more likely to learn based off of what they see. If they see a woman acting a certain way, they don't know no other way to act, so that's how they acting based off of what they see growing up. Like, you didn't have to tell them that. It's being instilled in them based off of what they're growing up around, like their environment. They're literally being a product of their environment, and then you're looking at like, oh,
But isn't that
these
what I,
men are.
but isn't that what I said?
That is what you said,
Right.
but
What?
you know,
It was me.
It's bigger than that though. It's bigger than that though. It's bigger than just like where y'all was taking it. Like, I was listening to the show and y'all took it back to the slavery times, and not all slaves were done like that. Those were mostly the slaves in the Caribbeans and like those key islands over there. That wasn't the whole United States. That was a specific place, and that's why those specific people are real big on homosexuality, and that's why they don't rock with that. Not every place was like that.
But I mean, okay.
Okay.
We first of all, we ain't got 2 hours. Secondly, this ain't like Black History Month. But I mean, we can't really go through all of the abominations that were, because I mean, we could talk about how in order to get Negroes to capitulate fresh off the boat, they would take an African, built something like me, a big dude, and
Yeah.
not even necessarily rape him, but beat him, tar, feather him, and then pull his limbs apart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, stuff like that. I mean, when you see that a couple times, you're like, yeah, we gonna what you say you want to do? Pick this cotton, we got you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right.
So that was a big gap difference between slavery and the Black Panthers, because there was still strong black men after slavery.
Yeah.
And there were strong black men after the biggest bull or whatever that they would call it back in the slavery times got castrated or humiliated by the whole plantation or whatever. So kill that noise. Like that's pretty much going back too far.
Okay, you missing it though. We're not saying that there are no strong black men. We're saying that there aren't enough.
Okay, but then you brought up the whole slavery thing, and afterwards there was still strong black men, but now it's looking like there's a decline of strong men. Because back then, even when that happened afterwards, like the next generation wasn't as soft, and the next generation after that wasn't as soft. It's that gray area, like those gray years of when y'all were growing up, and when a lot of black men were being taken out of the house. Jail was being
it started way before we came into the play, because again, you're not looking at the totality of it. Number one, it's something that's progressive. It's not gonna happen overnight.
Right.
It's not happening overnight.
Not at all.
The black male being removed as a figurehead, as a strong figurehead in the black family, is something that was progressive over years. We're not saying that it happened, or we're not saying that it's just exclusive to this generation. We're not saying that it just started with this generation. We're saying that there's a problem with this generation because it has been allowed to go on as long as it has. Mm-hmm. We can go back to slavery. We can point to the 60s during the civil rights movement. When we can point to the whole implementation of the welfare system. And the criteria for being on welfare, right. Like I said, you want this money, you want these benefits. This Negro can't be in the house. You know, I mean, it's progressive. It's not something that they just throw on you all at once. Because in order to get you to buy into it, I gotta feed it to you slowly.
True.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that even through all that, like through all those generations of the black man going through these things and these trials and tribulations, there was still like, all right, the old heads who were like, look out, like, all right, look, here's what needs to be implemented to the youth and this and the third. In the 80s and like the late 70s, when like the gang culture and everything was going, what was going crazy and all that, it shifted from the Black Panthers and all that, a positive male structure to a negative male structure, and then once that was taken away, like all the like main like gang leaders were taken away, that's when it just became people going wild because there was no fathers. Now there's gangs and people doing crimes, and it just spread like wildfire.
Why is that?
Because there was no. Basically, they took the head. They took the head of the black culture, basically, and that's where the defeminization of black men started. Basically, it's not because of none of that other stuff.
I think it started way before.
I'm
not saying it didn't start before then, but it hit and it did like massive damage after that time.
Okay.
Because before then it was still going on, but after every significant event, there was still a black figure that could be seen like, oh yeah, after slavery, Malcolm X and them, before him, Garvey and them, before them, it was still people there. But after the Black Panthers, which was the real last like hoorah for black people, it became gang culture. After gang culture and after the leaders of the gang culture, that's when this generation was birthed, basically.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because number one, when the gang started, originally they weren't even gangs; they were just organizations to protect black people from white gangs, basically. And that's where the term gangs came from, because you know the white, mostly Irish. And
we're not talking about the Irish and Italians and the mobs and all that stuff. We're talking about gangs and black culture. I'm
talking about.
You're right.
Again, they began to protect blacks from them.
Right.
Okay. Now, when they shifted their focus, there still was some structure, because back then, if a gang chief or someone said something, it was law. That's what it was. If they said we not selling dope over here by this school, well, no dope sold over there by the school. If they said we not attacking old men and women, they didn't pay their dues, that didn't go on. What happened was when law enforcement decided that their way to combat crime was to take all of the gang chiefs off the street and leave all these minions to fend for themselves, now you have a lack of respect. And so now all these cats are in jail, and now all these cats coming up in the culture, and now when they get out of jail, none of these cats are listening.
Okay, I don't mean to be that guy. And I probably didn't word this right. I'm starting.
But this is
I'm
truth and
rambling
logic,
stuff,
so speak your
but
truth.
that's pretty much what I was trying to say in a bigger span of words.
But what you basically what you said,
I'm shifting the attention from
but you can't. But see that's the problem. You can't just take a segment and say, well, this is where it started, because again, it's progressive and it's something that's been going on since basically we got off the fucking boat.
But it wasn't as big, and it wasn't as viewed as it is now. And men didn't become as.
Cake, do you eat the whole cake or do you eat it in pieces?
Okay.
See, in order for it to become big, it had to once be small, right?
Right. You're right. Yeah. But I don't believe that was the.
That's what we were saying earlier. You said that it was wrong. We said that the effemination of the black male is something that has been perpetuated and has over time and has become the problem that it is today. You said that was wrong.
At the beginning, when I first got on the show, the question that was brought to me was about Michelle's article about how black women were being more focused on being raised than the black male.
And you said you disagree with that, right?
Disagree with it.
Okay, now, but you actually agreed with it in your statement. Because you know what you did? You know what you said? You know what you said? You said that there's an absence of black male role models in the house. So who's raising the men?
But that didn't come from...
Who's raising the men? The black women, right?
But
the black women.
The black woman and the black man in this situation came up at the same time, and the black man just isn't there. It's not like, oh yeah, we're just gonna raise these women and at these men. They were both brought up at the same time. But at the time of conception, afterwards, the nigga was like, alright, we gone. And the woman had to raise these kids. That don't have nothing to do with oh yeah, we're only gonna focus on educating these women and we're not gonna teach these women.
No, we're not. No, first of all, that's not their mindset.
No.
But when you indirectly do something,
that's the question that was brought to me.
Okay,
but the article.
Okay, but based
that
on
was my perception.
Okay, that's your perception. But what I'm saying is that when you look at the totality, first of all, no one is saying that anyone is purposely raising women and not raising men.
Right.
But what we're saying is that there's a difference. When you say when you look at a woman, when a woman looks at a young girl and she demands damn near perfection from this young girl, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But then when you turn around and you give allowance and get out of jail free cards to these young boys, you can do no wrong because we see it all the time. We see it all the time. Motherfucker, I get so sick of my baby. Your baby 27 years old, he ain't a fucking baby no more. You know what I'm saying? And until we start making these boys, these males become responsible for the shit they do, say, and how they matriculate through society, it's going to remain a problem. As long as we always say, well, he didn't mean that. He a product of his environment. Guess what? I was born in Cabrini Green. I was raised on the low end of Chicago. I've never been inside of Cook County Jail except to work there.
Giving excuses
you know what I'm saying?
to
So when people say I'm a product of my environment, based on where I was born and where I was raised, I should have been in and out of Cook County Jail. Okay,
but you're in a percentile of the minority though. Not everybody has that. Not everybody can say that.
Not everyone has access to the same information I had access to. I saw the same shit growing up. Okay, but I hung out at the same drugstores with the same Negroes.
Okay, but was your mama on crack? Was your mama doing drugs?
They mamas wasn't on crack. They mamas wasn't on drugs. But then they still became derelicts. I know cats who didn't even grow up on the south side of Chicago, who grew up in the suburbs, who still became derelicts. Now, what's their excuse?
It's a derelict, first of all. You just threw me a little. That's an old school time. You just threw me off. I lost my whole train of thought.
They hit them with the SAT words.
It's a derelict, someone who basically choose to break the law.
Right.
Oh, word.
You know.
Okay, but how does that play into men being defeminized? Effeminized, defeminized.
Because I'm looking at how men matriculate through society. Okay, because look, when you tell these young boys, you be like, dog, pull your pants up, man. That is some shit that started in the jail as a way of homosexuals identifying themselves, and they don't give a fuck. They be like, so man, you know, whatever, man. Man, we ain't even rocking like that, man. Nah, okay, it is what it is.
And then what happens?
When you see videos of dudes twerking better than women.
Oh, okay. Lord, please get to that point.
I'm gonna show y'all something right quick. Okay, so you know how you just gave that example of like how sagging started off in jail and men being raped and all that, and that's how it started off. Right?
Not even being raped; they were volunteering giving that ass.
That's what it started, right?
That was the shoulder thing.
So
get that.
So, and you know how people like, man, whatever. Like that's how it was back then. It don't mean that now. Like they try to justify it and give it their own little twist, right? All right. So you know how at the beginning of the year I was trying to get y'all to stop eating meat because I'm like, you know, it's not good for you, yada yada yada, and y'all, man, it's whatever. It ain't doing nothing. Like basically blowing me off. Like it ain't hurt me now until I showed y'all a different route and like how it actually was affecting you. Until you show the youth how it's affecting them. And how these things are coming about, then they're not going to change. They don't care about that. They don't care about how y'all feel about it.
So they need to go to jail and get raped because their pants are saying.
No, show them a different route. I'm not.
How am I show you not to have your pants?
Just the way I showed you how eating it could kill you. I didn't have to kill you to show
actually,
you.
I went and saw that video. I was
yeah, you're right. But I told you.
What video you saw?
That what the hell?
But it'll mess you up.
Right. But I told you way before that.
I talked to my sister before that.
So
she.
Yeah, your sister. She's true.
I told you before that, and then you saw it for yourself that it was messing you up. So you made a change, right? I could tell you all day it ain't gonna happen until you make the change, right? Until you see it needs to be changed. So what we talking about? We need to show something different. Okay. Show a real man or whatever. You feel me?
Okay.
Just
well, here's the thing. Well, see that what you saying? So would you say that I'm a real man?
Yeah.
Okay. So do I sag my pants? I'm
no.
going somewhere with it.
I know you are. I'm waiting.
I'm going somewhere with it. Because I could tell you, this nigga stand up, I can tell you what color his drawers are.
What color?
I said when you stand up.
You know what
I'm saying? You know, the point is, the point is this. If I have to
show them different.
Okay, well,
you can't show them differently than quit pointing out how they're being emasculated.
Okay, that sounds good.
Showing them can also be just leading by example, not necessarily even telling. That's it.
Because when I talk to a dude and I'm not sagging my pants and I have on a shirt and tie or whatever like that, okay, what's the difference? Or if I tell you you can't change the game that you're not invited to play, and ain't nobody. Hold on a second, dog.
What you're doing? I mean,
hold on a second, dog. So if I tell you can't play a game that you're not invited to play by your appearance, and you say that, well, I'm just gonna do me, because trust me, I'm 46 years old. I've been in my 20s, and my mindset was that fuck that, I'm gonna do me thing, and it didn't work for me. So I had to figure out another way to make it work for me. So if I'm telling a 20-year-old or a 25-year-old or whatever, yo dog, you might need to change your approach to the game if you plan on getting in it, in order to make some changes or whatever, and they give me that, man, fuck that, I'm gonna do me. Alright, well, you know, when you 35 and still trying to fuck that, I'm gonna do me, then you can't say you didn't hear the message because I gave it to you.
The thing is, we not trying to get in the game. Like the big difference between the youth and the older people, I personally feel like the older generation has been indoctrinated, and the younger generation, we not indoctrinated, we just misguided. So like we don't view things the way y'all view things. Because we didn't grow up the way y'all grew up. We growing up now, and we trying to be individuals. We don't care about none of that. So I want to grow my hair. I'm gonna grow my hair.
You don't think we want to be individuals?
See, that's the thing. Eventually, y'all became broken and y'all became indoctrinated. We still got those free spirits. We trying to do us. In a way, I personally feel like the older generation should set up so the younger generation ain't got to go changing everything about him to fit a white person's point of view or an older person's point of view. I feel like if you be you.
Why does it have to be colored? Why does it have to be colored?
Because
it's like when you talk proper English.
Do you own the jail that you work at?
What?
Do you own the jail that you work at?
Do you own the job you work at?
Do you own the jail that you work at?
No.
do you know the person who owns the jail that you work at?
The county of Cook.
Okay, so who's in charge of that? Is either a secretary or somebody? Someone in the upper office is in charge of that, right?
Okay.
Okay, I can guarantee 9 times out of 10 they're white. So back to what I was saying, you have to fit the description or the status quo of how someone else wants you to fit for you to get certain things, and that's not right. And that's and that also goes into.
So how do you plan on changing that?
Go get your own.
How you gonna do that?
Go get your own business. Go get your own thing.
How you gonna do that?
Okay, how white people get generational wealth. It's a thing called generational wealth.
I understand that. I know exactly
when
what it is.
When you have something and you can pass it down to the next generation, and they can pass it down and they can start something.
But you're not answering my
There's
question.
no foundation for the black community. Where's the generational wealth? Because when I graduate high school, when I graduate college, there's nothing there waiting on me. When a white person, I have 3 friends off the top of my head that graduated, they never went to college, they own their own business.
Okay.
Construction businesses, stuff like that. So
Most
generational wealth. Get your own, then you don't have to say none of that. Because all 3 of them do hard drugs. They all white boys, and they all just party and do whatever they want. Wake up the next morning and go to their own business.
That's how
they
you
have
want
to
to
do
do
that.
it.
I don't want to do drugs and all that stuff. I just want to have my own business. Until you can do your own business, you know.
But most of the time, I'm gonna give you
So
an
you can make a
example
change.
of why that's an issue. Because they
Cut
out
your mic
here.
off, man. You keep interrupting us with the top.
Well, you could. I'm gonna still mumble over.
Don't mumble around. No, we stop. But the difference between you and the white boys, and again, mostly with white people and their families, when they send their kids off to college, they can still come and live at home.
Right.
Right. Let's just be honest. Most of the time with black folks, it's like,
right,
you're going to go out and get your own and get you a job and
But do you know
do
why
what you
that
gotta
is?
do. I know why that is.
Entitled. Say it again, Stacey. Entitlement.
Entitlement.
Yeah.
You feel like the black youth is entitled? Well,
A lot of you all act entitled, and you have no reason to. A lot of white people act entitled, and they have no. Even though they think they have a right, they have no right.
You think the new generation has a lot of white privilege going on, even if they're not white?
I think so.
oh, that's what you think?
I think
Okay.
so because
Maybe.
let me keep it real with you with your
Possibly.
3 friends. The reason why they able to party like rock stars and all that shit because their parents own the business and they're waiting to inherit some shit. They're not really running nothing. There ain't no 18. First of all, ain't no 18-year-old running a damn thing.
Who is the president?
Ain't no 20.
Who is the president?
of the United States?
Yes.
Donald Trump.
The orange dude with the yellow hair.
And how did he get into business? What his father
His
gave
daddy
him?
gave him $1
His
million.
father.
That's called generational
His father
wealth.
gave him how much?
Hold on.
$275 million in 1976.
That's called generational wealth.
His father got his money illegally, by the way.
But that's not the point. But you
Right.
kind of get what I'm saying.
Right.
But it's a generational thing.
Right.
He became the president because he had a way that money was passed down to him, and he didn't blow his money just on.
But did he party like a rock star?
You don't know. He was raping women, touching them, grabbing them by the arm.
That's not what he did before he got the money.
You don't know that.
But, you know,
He probably. We don't know what he was doing before he got the money.
What did he do before he got the 276?
We don't know. He was in school.
He was in college. He graduated from an Ivy League college.
It don't seem like it.
I was in there. I mean, I know it definitely don't sound like it. But I was in the Navy. I mean, look, we can talk about it all you want to. I was in the Navy with a dude whose grandfather died, left him $10 million, and CEO of his business, with a contention that he had to get out of the Navy, go to school, get a bachelor's degree in business. He could get the money, but he couldn't get the business. So what did he do? He went and told them, I need to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't let him out. What did he do? He went and lit up a joint in the captain's office. They gave him a dishonorable discharge like he gave a fuck with $10 million in the bank. You know what I'm saying? But here's the reality of it is, too many people, we want to get our own, we want to do this, check this out here. I was young, I wanted to get my own, I didn't want to have to go to school to get it, and guess what? I never got that.
Okay.
I never got that.
Okay, so Donald Trump, he's older than you, right? Safe to say, he's older than you.
Yeah, he's 70. I'm only 46.
Really
He's
safe
real
to
old,
say.
right?
He's 70. I'm only 46.
Yo, don't
He
come
probably
for your
older
pops
than you
right now.
and me together. I'm not saying that, right? So at an older time, when he became of age, his daddy gave him the money, right? Mm-hmm. When you became that same age that he was, did your daddy give you that money?
No.
All right then. So, like, he had incentives to go do those things. All right, when I get out, I got some money waiting on me. I can go start something up. I can go do something.
Do you feel like you're entitled to generational wealth, or do you feel like
No,
you should be
but-
owning your own shit?
No.
Or making your own way to get that money so you can then, for your son, when he gets older and gets out of college, he'll have
So my question is
the dream to get the
see, my thing is, you keep talking about generational wealth, and that's fine, and we know that we ain't got that yet.
It's all about the
But
generation.
what
That's my whole point of it.
What do you plan on doing to get there?
Okay, so my whole thing is y'all looking at our generations as the F-ups of the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And my thing is to tell y'all that y'all are really the F-ups because y'all the ones that set the trend for us to become on this way. Like on this whole wave, we wouldn't be heading this direction if it wasn't for your generation and people of your.
No one said that your generation is well.
I mean, it was just said, like literally just said. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but here's the reality of it. You taking it personal.
It's not personal. I'm speaking for a whole generation.
Yeah, but you can't speak for the whole generation.
Okay, but y'all speaking against the whole generation.
You wasn't raised like the whole generation.
You're speaking against
I am
the
not
whole
talking.
generation.
I'm talking about a segment of the generation.
Are you speaking for your friends?
I'm not speaking
You
about.
can't kind of speak for yourself.
No, I'm not speaking about the whole generation. I'm speaking about a segment of the generation. I'm only speaking about the segment of society, of our community that I see.
Okay, I'm speaking from society that I lived in too. Like we not from out here. I have
first of all
seen hood things too. I've witnessed
Riverdale ain't hood. I grew up in the hood. Riverdale ain't
right.
hood.
I've lost so many friends, but that's neither here nor there. Like people don't know the full details of what goes on because at the end of the day, you work and you live. I experienced Riverdale. I actually walked the blocks. I've seen these things. Me and Delon, we've seen these things. Your kids, we've seen these things. We didn't partake in these things. I'm not saying we out here doing whatever, because we knew better. Like we grew up humble, but we knew better. You feel me? Not everybody has that same people in their corner. Like not everybody can say that they knew better. Because that's probably what they know. That's probably how they making money. That's probably how they living their life. And them being unique and wearing their clothes.
First of all, we get way off topic.
Because we talking about the feminization of I was getting around. You know how me. I go 360 with it.
Here's the thing. We can say that people don't know no better. If people who claim that are full of shit and they're lying. Because here's the thing. When you do wrong, if you didn't know no better, you wouldn't sneak and do it.
Alright, so I get the same example I gave last week. If you got a gun in my head and I kill you first, I knew it was wrong, but I still gotta go hide your body. You feel me? Like I knew it was wrong.
How we gonna relate
because
acting like bras to someone possibly killing you?
Yeah, I don't know.
How does that even tie in?
It was an example.
I'm trying to figure out how that ties in though.
Because it ties into my whole they didn't know no better. Like,
bullshit.
They did.
Bullshit.
They didn't know no. They grew up in a house with women.
They walking around with your
they don't know no better.
I know people that grew up in that house.
Hey, look, hold on, time out. We gonna go into the music.
We ain't even take a commercial break
on Facebook because this shit then went all the way left. Okay. It's the Rhythm Ride with Deron David and Michelle on WZON Radio, your new choice for radio, where anything apparently can fucking happen.
It is happening.
Okay, so if you grew up in a house full of all women and you're the only man,
hey,
all you know is women. All you see is women. So, like, what are you talking about?
That's what we've said. That's what we said, that these dudes are effeminate because they being raised by their mamas, their grandmothers, their aunties, and ain't no men that partnering them. That's what we said. Okay. So why are you combating that? And that's what the fuck we've said.
Because the way y'all viewing it is wrong.
How?
The way you're viewing it is wrong.
How do you feel like
because you're still bashing a certain generation for certain.
How are we bashing it by simply saying what is? If I say, nigga, you are a thief, and you walking out my house with my TV, that's a fact. If I'm saying that you acting like a bitch because you are crying on YouTube and twerking, then you acting like a bitch. That is a fact. That's not how I'm viewing it. That's what happened.
Well,
What's kind of funny is
I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about dudes in general. How many times have you seen a picture of a young black male twerking, and you like, what is wrong with this nigga? Or how many times have you seen
gay?
Whatever.
Being gay is a whole different segment.
He was probably raised by his mama, aunts, and aunties with no male figure. Because being gay, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You ain't born that way.
No.
God don't make mistakes like that. Because for a gay man, a woman to say, well, I was born this way. Well, what you telling me is that you a man, but God meant to make you a woman. So you saying that God ain't perfect. But that's a whole nother topic.
I could break that down as well.
You know, but I mean, like, if I just say what is, and because all I'm doing is stating facts, I'm not attaching no judgment to it. That's you attaching the judgment to it for me. If I just say this is what's happening in the society and it's fucked up, that's not judgment. That's a fact.
Okay, at the beginning of the thing, I said I agree with you. I said that you were speaking the same thing. I was coming from a point of view of you don't understand why it's happening the way it is. Like,
I'm 46 years old. How you gonna tell me I don't understand? I've seen this shit go on for 46 years. I've seen the progression.
Then you would know that it's not our fault. Like y'all blaming us until you make the change.
I'm not attaching blame. I'm not saying I've already accepted. I rolled for it, saying that we not raising y'all. I said that.
And I didn't say you was wrong. I never said that anything that you
how
said
you
was
saying
wrong.
that we viewing it wrong then?
If
we're saying exactly what you're saying, how are we saying it wrong?
We not saying nothing. You said that.
I did.
And I basically came on the show. I'm gonna be real. I came on the show.
Your mic ain't on. You got speaking to it.
Because you keep putting your opinions. That's very. I hate seeing that on YouTube. I hate seeing that on Facebook. And I'm always on there. So I'm speaking for my generation. If you gonna come for us, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you.
Even though this came from Tyrese though, and he a grown ass man.
Tyrese is an actor. He been acting for I don't know how long.
Actor. He's
back
a
in the
singer.
Jamie Foxx, back in the Fast and Furious. That's not.
Crying? Is the baby crying?
Yeah, this don't even matter no more. I'll see y'all in a minute.
This nigga.
Facebook. Thank you for sticking with us. There's a lot going on. I'm going to just read some of the comments. Edwards was on, I was going to say, but it was too much conversation going on. She was on IG.
Edwards?
Yeah. The cuz said, well, he said, just watching the whole timeline, that's the problem. We pay close attention to the hype and the leading events fade to the back. Your mom said there was no male figure in the house, with me and your dad. Talking to your son. My cousin said ripples in the water just get bigger.
Right.
Courtney Bowden said there have been and always will be strong black men. However, it seems that there are not enough at this present time, which has led to the feminization of our young black men. Stacey Williams said it's nature versus nurture. Depends on which your mentality has shaped with. Exactly. But I mean,
it seemed to me, I could be wrong, but the nigga just wanted to have something to say.
Oh, I don't know. That's your
What's
son,
good, JT?
right?
Because it's like, if you just gonna repeat the shit I'm saying.
I think he's confused about what we were saying. And we not
I think it was something
them.
missed in translation.
No, it wasn't.
No, he said
I
what?
agree with your point. I don't agree with her. That's wrong. Check the whole show. No.
Okay, all right. Well, you disagree. We
Okay.
Well,
I agree with you. I agree with you, Des.
With me, I'm wrong.
me and you saying the same shit though.
I don't know.
They're saying the same thing. Shorty not saying the same thing. I don't agree with you.
Okay, so So I'm just going based off the article, but I feel like oh, and then hold on, I'm definitely can't forget to talk about this video when we come back.
Oh, the one that you gonna post on the page?
About these dudes changing their eye color.
Gay as hell. Gay as hell.
Now the one brother just
but then,
like
then he said, but wait, he said I changed it because I got bored with my eye color. Niggas, you crazy?
He said he loved his brown eyes, but he wanted something different. So who you doing it for? Is the question.
There you go.
Are you doing it for yourself?
I think one of them is. I think one of them is back catching. I think both of them might be back catching.
And that's all well and fine. But, however, with that discussion as well, I've seen plenty of men that still act like men, but they like men.
Yeah.
You don't have to act like a woman.
You don't have to act like a woman to be gay. That just tells me that you're confused. When you more feminine than any woman I know, you confused. When you a woman and you more manly than any man that I know, you confused.
Transgender.
Man, don't even get me started with that shit. Cause I'm gonna piss some people off.
This is why we don't need to do a show with that because and have David on the show when he come back because you know that.
If y'all think I'm unfiltered, that Negro boy.
Oh man.
So we're gonna come back. We're gonna let you discuss about the video.
Okay.
And then we're gonna wrap up.
Oh, and let me do my birthday shout.
Okay, yeah, right.
Jesus Lord, I done forgot about it. We done had a whole
I know, right?
hour.
Cause we went shit from 2:15 damn near to 2:40. I mean, from 5:15 to damn near 5:40. Damn, 667 views, not bad.
Okay.
2,566. That was kind of up.
Yeah.
That song just went off like that. I wasn't ready. It's the Rhythm Ride with Deron David and Michelle. Yeah,
that was my jam too. I just realized what you was playing.
Oh, look at that! Like, yeah, well, you know, I do what I do. So we back on the effemination of today's male.
Yeah, we had a lot going on. I couldn't even get that word in.
So go ahead and knock that out.
Strongly about his opinion, and that's fine. Yeah. But
what's up, JT? See you, man.
I feel like it's still a lot of effemination going on. Not necessarily with just your son's generation. It's everybody. It's people in my generation.
I mean,
it's a hot-ass mess. Everybody's out here.
First of all, let's be clear. When we say today's male, that is not an age range.
Oh,
that's with, if you're a man and you're living today from age 8 to 80 and you're acting feminine, that's you.
You said 18.
Now here's the reality of it.
Let's say 18 to 80. I can't. Okay. I want to put
no, because unfortunately we got some feminine acting little boys.
Yeah.
But see, we are gonna put an age range on it because after a certain age, unless a man is homosexual, he don't act like a woman. Most men are over 40, unless they're homosexual, don't act like women.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess you can put an age range on it, but that's not what we're saying. Right. We're lumping any man who displays feminine traits into this category. So we're not talking about 18-year-olds. We're not talking about 21-year-olds. We're not talking about 25-year-olds. We're talking about any man who falls in. If the shoe fits, my man, this is you. I mean, I see 40-something. It was a dude in this group that I posted the video in. Mm-hmm. He's like, man, thanks for the ad. 44 single living in Chicago. This nigga got a hat on cocked deep to the left. Come on, man. You 44 years old, man. At what point we gonna leave that gangbanging shit alone? You know what I'm saying? So I lump all levels of niggatry together. It don't matter how old you are.
Yeah, age does not constitute.
See you later, Nikita. Thank you.
Maturity.
Audrey, how you doing? I see you.
Checking in with us. But so I came across a video
of niggatry.
And he said of niggatry. And I feel like it just plays well into what we're talking about. So I understand their style and different trends and things that people do,
motherfuckers had Jerry curls and all this other stuff. But this is just ridiculous, okay? It showed two brothers, and I guess there's this new thing out there called bright ocular, and they naturally have brown eyes, so they decided to change their eye color. It's permanent eye color. Like, there's no... it's like tattooing your eyes.
Right.
There's no a contact lens, no glasses. They just changed their eye color. And he's like, I look better, and I just wanted different eyes. What?
I like my brown eyes, but I was bored.
First of all,
What man say shit like that?
Who told you to go ahead and do that? Somebody
who said that was what's happening?
Somebody had to encourage.
Somebody
this.
don't like you.
Or they were like, people gonna think this is hot, and if they don't, they haters. I'm sure that's probably.
People say that shit a lot too. Oh, you don't like this? You a hater?
Yeah. I just don't know pretty much about this trend, but I feel like that could be the effemination of it.
So
there's not enough alpha males out here. But I feel like there is not enough alpha males out here, and I'm not talking. And if you think I'm talking about a different definition of what I'm actually saying, you need to check that. But I'm not talking about a man that's just like caveman just out here.
Right.
No.
My thing is this. Look, man, men need to step up and be men.
Right.
But you can only step up and be what you taught to be. See, here's the thing. You know, God damn. Here's the thing, right? We got alarms and shit going on.
Right.
But a minister once told me that my father could only teach me. He could only raise me according to how he was raised. Right? Mm-hmm. So that means that we need some better portraits to paint for our young boys to teach them how to be men.
Okay.
Because basically what's happening is that and you can't really say the portrait isn't always being painted, because some people just rebellious.
Right.
Because I know some kids. Look, I met some kids at work. Mm-hmm. Since when did you have a hard life growing up in the rural? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know, your mother and one of the worst things they could probably have done was put me in ex-ops. Because how is your mama and your daddy coming up here to see you in jail? That means you grew up in a 2-parent household.
Right.
So what's your excuse? It ain't always broken. Sometimes you just stuck on being stupid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I guess some people like learning the hard way. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's.
So I mean, you know, what I'm saying is that somewhere along the line, something is being lost in translation, and that we need to get back to what it is to be a man. And women, I'm gonna say this to the women that I left listening and who come back and listen later on.
Right.
You need to stop saying shit like "I don't need no man,"
right?
And talking about how men ain't shit, and start learning how to, number one, encourage men, lift men up, and the boys that you have, raise them to be men, and point them in positive male direct. Quit introducing this dude to Pookie from the block, talking about this is my boy. Because here's what happened. When you're 20 years old and your life is about to turn up, you're going to be 40 and then talking about, oh, why am I single? Ain't no good men out here. No, you missed them 10 years ago.
That also doesn't mean that you need to tolerate the BS.
Exactly. But
if
see,
a dude come up to you trying to talk to you and you know, look him up and down and his pants is hanging off his head, I'm sorry. That's just my personal opinion.
But you know what?
Maybe some people you're
in the minority.
But I don't want to see your butt.
You're in the minority with that, because a lot of females that hey, and you know what's tripped out? You would think there was a lot of the females who would be classified as hood rats. You'd be surprised at how many professional women.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because they want a thug.
Yeah.
They want to.
I blame MC Light and that goddamn song Roughneck.
But have you seen she's married now, and he looks far from not being a. He doesn't look like a roughneck.
I swear, when I found out that MC Light got married, I was like, I thought she was gay all this time, and I could have shot my shot years ago. Now let me stop. So look,
Time ago.
check it out.
Man.
Audrey Stewart says too many women are allowing their sons to be emotional. Show emotion, but let them know they are men, and you are the strength of a house. You are to be looked up to. You are an example of you are an example and should man up. The world. What she say? The world don't like you because you're black. The world knows your strength and is afraid of you.
True, I agree. And I also feel like there's nothing wrong with showing a boy or whatever, or a man, that they can show their emotions. It's just how you do it.
Exactly.
How you display it. Because you can tell a man, it's okay to cry, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like for more so men, there is a time, there is a place, there is, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it right now. But
it don't matter. It's all good.
I feel like you can. Okay, a lot of women, I need a sensitive man, blah blah blah. But then you be mad when he here.
There's a difference between a man showing his emotions and being in touch with his emotions, and then with a man being emotional. See, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And there's a big difference. And the problem is that most men don't understand it. You know? And it's like, it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to have emotions because we're human. We're not robots, okay? But to get emotional means that you lose sight of number one. You lose sight of focus and your focus, and you tend not to think clearly. And with that being said,
hold on, before you even go through, I usually do this at 5 o'clock, but my bad. Birthday shout out to my auntie.
Shout out auntie.
I just finished seeing her auntie. I call her Auntie Strike. Aunt Renee, it was her birthday, Wednesday. My cousin, her birthday was also Wednesday, Sydney. I think I hit her. Oh no, sorry. My nephew Charlie, he just turned 7.
Nephew was good. All right. And having said all that, I would say we on a 6-day, 22-hour break, but I believe it's more like 13.
We won't be here for the Thanksgiving, so people enjoy. I hope
enjoy your turkey day, gobble gobble. So we on a 13-day, 22-hour break, and as this week's ride pulls into the station, remember this: live your life as if you're gonna die tomorrow, but take the time to learn as if you're gonna live forever. Develop an opinion, think about it, and remember, everything that's black and white is not always black and white. So until the next time, it's the Rhythm Ride. We're your Truth and Logic team. Maybe David will be here after the Thanksgiving break.
Possibly. Let's find out.
Maybe not. But as always, I'm your boy DJ True Logic, but you can call me Deron.
And this your girl Shells, Complicated Simplicity.
And speaking of Tyrese,
is this Dumb Dumb Dumb?
Nah, this is one.
You should have played Dumb
I started
Dumb.
to, but it's Truth and Logic, y'all. We out of here.
Peace.
I started to, but we played that like twice already, so I was like, let's get some more Tyrese in this bitch.
Do the dumb, dumb, dumb shit, because he obviously made a song just for himself.
Yeah.
It's spoken word.
Because he do be doing dumb
don't
shit.
be asking me no questions at the last minute.
Who that?
I'm supposed to be going to this spoken word.
Ain't that a bitch? I just ad-libbed that, by the way.
I see. Spoken word.
See you later, Audrey. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. We appreciate you. We love you.
I remember
let's
y'all.
keep it going.
Yeah, we won't be here.
We won't be here next week. I don't know what the
shouldn't
station's
be either
doing.
because it's Thanksgiving.
Exactly. But you know what? If the station do some shit like they did last week, I might jump on here and do an hour 1s and 2s or whatever. I ain't no telling.
Speak on something. I don't know. I won't be here.
Right.
Because I'm probably going to be eating some food somewhere. So,
and you know you always welcome here.
This is true.
You know.
But thank you for kicking it with us. We'll be back. Let's see. What's the exact date? So we'll be back on the 30th.
There it is.
And we should.
You know what? We should do a greatest stuff show.
Okay, and we might come back with a best of show. Maybe get y'all votes and opinions.
I need to figure out how to put that shit up. Come back with some current
events or whatever is going on in the country. You know, all that good stuff.
I'm pretty sure your president is gonna give us some shit to talk about between 9 and the 30th.
Quite possibly. Has he tweeted since that person erased his tweet?
Yeah, because they reinstated his shit the next day.
Somebody said you talking some real shit. Lashana Banks Hill.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's
Deuces.
I be trying to give it to him.